Hi friends, it's time for our week ahead reading for May 26th to June 1st. I can't believe it's already going to be June. All right, so this week we have the new moon in Gemini on May 26th, and then June starts. So I'll do a reading for the month of June. We'll look forward to the June predictions, but let's take a look and see what you need to know for this week ahead, and especially really like maybe how to use that new moon energy on the 26th. Thank you, Spirit. What does this collective need to know for this week? What does this collective need to know for this week? Okay. I feel like some of you might be getting a little bit overindulgent in your finances. Maybe getting a little bit splurgy, okay? With the Nine of Stars, I just made that word up, the Nine of Stars. And it's like you're having fun, Sun card, but then I see the Five of Stars coming out cross. So the Nine of Stars cross, the Five of Stars cross. I feel like you maybe end up spending more than you mean to because you're just trying to have a good time. And then you're like, ooh, I don't have everything that I need. So just be really careful that you're not overspending this week, okay? And it seems like it's specifically that you're overspending on like luxury things, like not necessities, okay? So like maybe it's like concert tickets, or maybe it's like just fun activities or whatever. You're spending things on wants, not on needs, okay? So just make sure you're not overdoing that. And it's also just showing me like you can still have a good time even if you are frugal with your money, okay? So look at that, the Lovers and the Temperance card coming out. Okay, so Lovers is also Gemini season, and Temperance card. So I feel like there's, a couple messages here. So one is the divine guidance. You are being divinely guided towards the things that you want in your alignment, okay? Because look at how we have like the Angel of the Lovers card, the Angel of the Temperance card. You have this like divine guidance here. But I'm also thinking that like there's a little bit of this reminder in Gemini season. Sometimes like our mind can get us a little bit ahead of ourselves. And so maybe it's just like a little bit of come back to that balance. Sometimes our mind, especially with Mercury is going to be transiting into Gemini on the 25th, which is, Sunday the 25th, Mercury in Gemini. So this last week of May, Mercury will also be in Gemini. So just like even more prominent Gemini energy, and Mercury rules Gemini. So like just a lot going on with that. So just kind of be mindful that you're being mindful, and not just like letting your thoughts like race and go and feeling like I need it now, and just like kind of come back to your zen. Everything's coming in divine timing, but I do feel like there's like this love that you've been waiting for, or this divine alignment that you've been waiting for. I do feel like for many of you this is a romantic love. Something's happening that you've been waiting for, that you've been, and it's like that you've been patient about. It's not that you've been like in this lack form of waiting. It's in this like just being patient and knowing like love is patient, and it's gonna be like in the right timing. And it just seems like there's more action moving forward with this now with the Page of Wands, okay? Moving towards this divine alignment. Let's see what else. Other messages for this week ahead. Six of Stars, lots of balance coming through. So I feel like everything in moderation is also one of the messages. Ace of Crystals here too, that like air sign Gemini energy, right? But I do see the Six of Stars and the Emperor, which is also just telling me like this like divine guided relationship too, right? Because now we have another six, the Lover's card is a six, and another angel, right? With these two people and this balance. And it's like this, the masculine energy. So whether you're the masculine or you're hoping that the masculine is coming in, it's really just like, believing in the masculine's ability. So if you're the masculine, you need to believe in your own ability. And if you are, calling in the masculine, trusting that masculine is coming in, and like it's all in divine timing. All in divine timing, and this person is serious. And again with the balance, Two of Stars. So balance is a huge message this week, okay? Everything in moderation. So I really feel like apply that to like every area of your life, whether that's like what you're consuming, how you're thinking about things, how you're acting, how you're spending, everything in moderation. You don't need to necessarily be like stingy, 4 stars, because that's not moderation either. It's just moderation. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Like maybe write that down if you have like a journal or something, like a calendar, and you like that. I feel like that's the motto of the week. Everything in moderation. Let's just see if there's any final message. I feel like it's kind of straightforward this week, but good love energy, good reciprocation energy coming through here this week for you. Crystals. Yeah. Okay. So it's also like think things through. Okay, we have the 8 of crystals and the Queen of crystals. So think things through. You're not like, sometimes you might be tempted to be a bit impulsive, like I was saying about like the just like wanting it now, not having the patience. There's the Page of Wands. Think things through. It's not always about immediate gratification right now. Okay, but just because you don't see it right now also doesn't mean that it's not coming. So it's like believing that it can come and just being patient about it, but you're thinking it through. You're allowing yourself to really see past the limitations. And you can just be like, okay, I'm patient, it's coming, what I want is here, everything in moderation. I just feel like there's a lot of like regulation that you're doing. And I think that there's a lot of like, you almost need to like cool yourself down. You might get a little bit hot. And it's kind of like, cool yourself down. Like, just hold on, it's okay. All right, and I think that will help you with the 8 of crystals and the Queen of crystals. So I hope that helps. And as always, you can book a personal tarot reading with me at my Stan store. It's stan.store/IntuitivelyBeth. I'll put that in the description of the video. And I would love to work with you. And yeah, I'll see you next time.